It's 10 minutes, but like maybe I'll skip through it a bit.
Through the 5 steps to mixing your beats and getting them sounding crispy. I did this video on my main channel years ago. There might be some updates, so here we go. I just made this beat in the last video. If you wanna know how to sample. So we have a sample. It's a
Not really my favorite beat. If drip isn't part of the 5 steps, I want a refund.
pretty grimy sample that. And then we have very simple
Really not feeling the drums on that.
hi-hat, snare, kick, 808. And it's like, we don't even need any more than that. And then we have like the little intro. I did some minor little adjustments as I was making the beat. Like I did a little drip and a little.
Oh yeah, little drip. Little drip.
Simple EQ.
That's
I'll show you those in a second. First thing we're gonna do is organize the tracks. So if you have all this in like pattern 1, you can come over to this pattern picker and right click on it and then split by
I don't know, man. I don't know. This looks pretty complicated. I think you're right. We do need to organize this.
channel. That's gonna split it like this. And then if you wanna make it look beautiful, you can click on the first one, hold shift, and click on these, and then right click on all of them, and either pick a random color, and then they'll all be, you know, looking great. If we come into the
I don't know, man. You can pick random colors. I think FL Studio might be better.
channel rack and click unsorted,
Can randomize
it's
the
gonna
colors?
select everything
Wow.
other than this intro melody right here. I don't want to add any of these other sample loops that I was messing around with. So what we're gonna do, come in here, left click on this. This is gonna select all the tracks, and I'm gonna come down to here. Let's color it for fun. That's the first color, and then the last.
Bro, what does this have to do with mixing your beats? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. We're really putting gradients on our tracks when we mix our beats. This is one of the steps to mixing your beats. Are you serious? But yeah, we gotta get it looking good, you know what I mean? Before people never fucking see it again after we export the audio.
Pretty fire. Let's do that. That makes the beat sound so much better. All right, so step 1, put everything in the mixer track. I've already added this sample to a mixer track by clicking on it and hitting Control L, because I added a little drip to it and an EQ.
Is this just a
all
color
of the rest
tutorial?
of these aren't in any tracks, correct? Yes, correct. I'm gonna double click on this, click twice, and I'm gonna right click to unselect that one. And I'm gonna click on this drop down and then assign selected to free mixer tracks. And that's
Bro, you can't tell me the FL Studio is better when you gotta do all this shit to mix a song. This is crazy.
gonna put them all into mixer tracks. And the reason for this is we need to see the sound. We need to add effects and EQ some stuff, that's great too. But we just need to see what's happening right now. I'm just gonna open this up a little bit more. So
Is it playing through his speakers? It sounds like it's playing through his speakers and not through OBS. I feel like I'm the only one, but FL confuses me so much, and I'm a Reaper user. I feel like it's like convoluted. Like I feel like FL's really convoluted. Like some things about it are pretty intuitive and fast, but like this whole like the difference between like a pattern and like a playlist, and then like the fact you gotta assign things to mixer tracks is like, it feels fucking stupid to me. I don't know.
so we can see. I think there's a way to like even make it larger if you really want to. You can view the waveforms if you want by clicking that, but it doesn't really do anything.
What is even the point of that? Why would you like what? This is some shit about FL Studio I don't get. Like for what purpose do you need to see the waveform when vertically on the mixer tracks?
Doesn't really do
That's
anything.
nothing. That
There's
doesn't
a
even
bunch of
help.
All right, step 2, level all the sounds, the kicks, the claps, the melodies, the snares, everything you have, get into.
I feel like this could have been step 1. I mean, I understand the point of organizing it, but I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like goes without saying.
Step 3, add effects, EQ, anything you need to add if needed. All right, so now I'm gonna go into the loop and show you what I did. I went into the EQ. I just right clicked on the one, type high pass, order, steep 8, and then type low pass, order, steep 6, steep 8, whatever. You can also scroll up and down to adjust these. The reason I did this is just to cut some of these low frequencies out of the melody and some of the high frequencies out of
I don't think you really need to cut high frequencies, like unless it's like for some reason there's a ton in it, but I don't think there's a ton in
this will
this.
give room for the 808s, the kicks, and I just liked the effect it had as well. Cutting some of the highs and lows out just made it sound better. I also added drip. This is like a vinyl vintage emulation preset. You don't need drip. You don't need any plugins. This is just what I like to do. I can't show you a video of what I like to do. I don't show you the plugins. I initially added RC20 by
You know, I gotta say one thing about Kyle. I respect the fact that he uses his own plugin. Like, I feel like a lot of people, they make their own plugin and then they just never fucking use it again after they put out the video with it. He actually has been using it for years. Like, that's, you know, that's a little respectable on the mixer
Keep in
tracks.
mind that the velocities on the actual piano roll matter, especially with drums. If I turn that up, that's going to be hitting harder. Like, you're hitting it on the keyboard harder than if you hit it softer. Like, those velocities affect how the note's going to sound. So just keep that in mind. In the meantime, I'm going to go into the 808s and I'm going to click on the velocity and hold shift and just level them all out. And whatever other sounds you want to hit harder or softer, you can do that with as well. So let's hear all.
You know, this isn't the worst tutorial in the world. I mean, I've seen much worse on YouTube. He's at least like going through everything pretty thoroughly. Like, this could be good for a beginner.
The drums together. I think the snare.
I swear to God, it sounds like he's like recording it through his speakers though. Like, he's not using OBS. Am I tripping? Like, doesn't it sound like it's like being played in a room?
I'm gonna go into the sample itself and I'm gonna do this. Same thing, just turn them all up. Turn the velocities up so it's just hitting harder in the sampler, and I'm gonna turn this down now on the master. On the mixer track, not the master. Now let's just hear them all.
I think really my biggest critique about this video is just how the audio is coming through a speaker or something and not through OBS. Because it's kind of hard to really hear how the mix should be in that situation. I mean, it is good. It's a simple track though. Like, it seems like it's really good for someone who's just starting.
If the 808 was battling with other sounds, I could come in here, parametric EQ, low pass. This will give room for the hi-hats. The hi-hats sit around here. The snares hit around here. The melodies will hit around the middle and the highs and the lows. Melodies kind of hit everywhere.
I'm learning so
808s will
much.
Sit around here. You know, make it subtle. I like the way it sounds. If you don't have good drum sounds, Nightmare free drum kit in the description. All right, this sounds pretty fire. I didn't need to do too much to it.
I'm not gonna lie, this is not the best beat. Like, it's, I don't know, it sounds like really quickly thrown together. I don't really like the snare either.
What you don't want to hit.
Beats. I've learned I need drip and I need to record my tutorials through the speaker and not through OBS.
Posting beats on the internet, it's not a bad thing to master and throw some Maximus on here. If you're just getting this with your tag on it so people can just listen to it and enjoy it, you can go to the master track, open up Max.
I feel like you don't want to overmaster it though when you're posting a beat on the internet, because if people are going to record to it, like, you don't want it to be compressed a bunch already. Because if it's like super compressed and they're going in and they have to mix it again later, like they're kind of limited by how much compression they could do with the beat.
Maximus. Click this top left, presets, clear master, select this master, turn the post up, click this button.
I like how he just like went through this complex part really fast. Like, this was the one part he probably should have slowed down a bit more for.
Beats to an artist like that. That's what you do at the end of the song. You know, some artists will just record on an MP3 or a wave. So if you're sending beats like that and it's already mastered, it's gonna screw up the sound. You want it just level.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do is throw a fruity limiter on there.
Okay, well, at least he put that preface in there.
I know some people use soft clipper and stuff. You don't really need soft clipper. I think that's a force sometimes. So open fruity limiter, turn down the sustain, the release, the attack, turn up the ceiling to the top. Let's press play. I'm just gonna turn the gain up. And as you can see, it's clipping way over 0 dB, so we can just turn the soft saturation threshold down a little bit. And the final step after step 5. Oh, you guys
If he says drip on the master, I'm gonna lose it.
didn't know there's a step after step 5. The 808 is a little quiet for me. I'm gonna add spaz. It's
Oh,
a free
no.
plug-in from 2 clicks. The Ace preset. The Ace preset is insane.
Dude, the graphic on Spaz is so awful, man. Like, just don't have a graphic. If this is what your graphic's gonna be, just don't have a graphic.
The Ace preset is insane. And there you go. There's the 5 steps to mixing your beats. I hope I did a good job explaining it and didn't move over things too fast or too slow. Subscribe because I want you to. See you in the next one. Goodbye.
Dude, Kyle Beats 2 is gonna overtake my main channel, man. Why? Why, God, why? Why? He's at 15K. What am I at? I'm at like 19K. Go subscribe to YouTube /Weaver Beats. You can't let Kyle Beats 2 overtake me.